All right, guys. So thanks for joining the session. Today is the 29th of September. So what we will do today is how do we set up a batch job? Okay, how do we set up a batch job? How do we set up a batch job? What is a batch job? Okay, you know what's a batch job? Anybody knows what is a batch job? What is a batch? So here's the thing. You see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Note the batch. So this is called batch job. Batch job. Anybody know what's a batch job?
So by the part.
What is a batch?
Combination of task or something.
Maybe. What's a batch?
It should be
Batch
like, sir,
processing, like running some task
Mhm.
in
one
a
or
batch.
more
Mhm.
together, sir, like one account plus one more account.
Mhm.
Mass processing.
Mhm. Right. So what is batch processing? So for example, batch. What is a batch? A batch is an identification. Okay. For example, when they manufacture something, right? When the goods are manufactured, they said this is one batch. This is one batch, right? Um, so typically, I mean that's not exact meaning, but I'm trying to say this. So let me ask this: how the recall happens? In the grocery stores, they said, you see always in the newspaper, right? They're recalling the products from because of E. coli, because of so and so, whatever that happens from grocery stores, from whatever it is, from Target, right? How do they know that product is right there? So they don't.
Because
By the batch number or the location, sir. Location SKU.
Correct, exactly, right. So when the goods are manufactured, anything as simple as a diet coke, when it's manufactured, it has a batch number. Basically, in one assembly line, in one location, or in one shift, right, or in one
I'll
end-to-end production process, they create a batch. But the goods are coming out, they call it this is one batch. They give a serial number, long serial number. Now that batch is tracked where this is going to deliver. So when they create a sales order, they also put the batch number. You know the material, you know the inventory, but they also push the batch number. Now the batch number will go to, they know that this is going to one grocery store, Safeway or Target or Walmart or all these places, any places, right? So that they can track, hey guys, don't drink a Diet Coke, within that don't buy from Walmart, okay? Or don't buy from Southern California region, okay? Don't drink that Diet Coke because it's contaminated or it has some disease. So that is how they could recall, right? It's milk or anything. So that's why they create a batch processing. If you buy any product, it will have a batch number. That is how they could recall. Otherwise, they cannot recall the entire US. It's difficult. So that's how full the batch is basically a group of items. Okay, that's called batch.
So in the batch number, they send the manufacturing date also, right, sir?
They don't, but the batch number will have embedded in the manufacturing
Because
plant location.
because previously where I am working, I handle like on this case. Because the liquids, because it's like dangerous. They put it they given the batch number plus the manufacturing date also.
So the batch number they can decode the batch number. Looking at the batch number, they can tell from which plant it came from.
Okay.
Right? What's the manufacturing date?
Mm-hmm.
They can pretty much decode this. So batch numbers have the batch numbers have some kind of algorithm.
Yeah, because we got like two cases. They told you have the two cases, please check it. So we have to check in the inventory physically. So we have to go through the batch number plus the manufacture date also, sir.
Great. That's good. So I'm just trying to give an example of what is called a batch, right? So
Okay.
batch is basically a group of products or group of similar tasks. Okay. So typically in a big companies, okay, running a report is a challenge. Running a report is a challenge because there's a lot of data. When they run a report, it is going to it is going to, go into a lot of tables. It is going to go in a lot of tables, a lot of, programs and processes in order to get the data what they're looking for. So it would take forever, right? Depending on the data volume. So that is why users are advised to, when they run a report, any report, they are advised to restrict the parameters. So instead of running for all the vendors, they can select a vendor number, vendor range, right? If they run for all the vendors, a company may have like 50,000 vendors. If you run a report, open item report, what is open item report? Outstanding report. All the outstanding as on so and so date, as on today. You run a report for all the entire company code. I'm sure this report is not going to do anything. Okay, it will probably abend. They call it abend. What do you call it? The system, the report will abend due to longer runtime. The system will run and run and run. It go to the SQL, it go to the data server, it tries to find the data, put them in a nice package, right? It has to do a lot of things before it actually presents the data on the screen. Then it will abend due to longer runtime. So that's why, number one, you have to restrict the parameters, or we have to do a background processing. Okay, what do you call this? Background processing. There's something called background processing versus foreground processing. Okay. Okay, I bet you today you can call anybody who is teaching SAP FICO or YouTube. You will not find anybody. Nobody will teach this. Nobody will know this. So background processing versus foreground processing. So actually, when you walk into a company, the bad jobs are very important. People will talk about bad jobs, IDOCs. Okay, nobody will put a gun on your head and say, "Tell me what's the company code." Okay, or go and do the fiscal year variant configuration. They will not do this, but it is like
bad job and one more what?
IDOC processing. We will get there. Okay. So batch job processing, batch input session, IDOC interfaces, all these are when you go into a company, these are prevalent. This is what you have to do. Okay, great. So I know. So we talked about this. So what's called background processing versus foreground processing. So we will do that today. And then in what are the challenges in foreground processing, and how do we overcome that? And what are the challenges in background processing? And how do you overcome that? How do you make use of it? Okay, that's all we will see today. Great. Right, so this is exactly what you're going to do. So first of all, I'm going to create an open item. What I'm going to create? I'm going to create an open item. Okay, what is the open item? Open item is an outstanding item, which is not cleared yet. Okay, so I'm going to find a customer in this company code 1000. Okay, in this company code 1000, I'm going to find a company code, a customer. Uzair, you're not driving, right?
No, I am sitting in the parking in the car.
Okay. So let's take one of those US. I'm going to put, actually, you know what? My system is really slow. And yeah, B70. Because I'm going to use the company code 3000. 3000 company code is for US. Okay. So 3000 company code for US. I am going to find a customer in 3000 company code. So let's take this 19145 customer 13507. Okay. And then invoice date 29/2009. I think the posting period is not open, but reference is test, put something. Cross company code is nothing. Amount is our favorite number, $1,000. And the text is vendor, the customer, batch setup. Okay, great. Let's hit enter and see what happens. goes into. Yeah, this happens, man, all the time. Anyways, let's try now to do this. Let's change the company code. Let's see. Hit enter. Posting period is not open. What should we do? Can somebody tell me?
Open
Raj?
the period.
Right. What should we do, Raj?
Posting period is not open. So we have to put the outside.
We have to put what? Sorry, what did you what did you say? What we should do?
The posting dates we have to put invoice. Yeah.
But now it's actually September. Why I'm putting period 6?
Because it might be ending on end of the September, the period.
No, the posting is not open. The posting period is not open.
Yeah.
So, like Ashrita said, we have to open the posting period, which is we have to go to OB52 transaction code and find what is our posting period variant. Okay. And then well, we have to find the posting period variant and then we have to open this. Now I'm not doing it. I'm just going to post into period 6. Okay. Hit enter. Reference is a number range is missing. Good. Do you know why number range is missing? Interesting.
Number range.
18 is missing for the year 2019. I'm going to give a lot of assignments today. Global parameters. So anyways, we will see this. Okay, so company code number range is missing. Why there's a number in issue? What's the number range? What the system is trying to do here? It is trying to post a document, right? When it tries to post a document, it has to get a document number, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
When they're trying to post it, when the system posting a document, it is trying to create a document number. Now, how do we get the document number? Where the document number comes from? From the sky? No. Where does it come from? From the configuration, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Where is the configuration? Let's quickly take a look, okay?
Mm.
So financial accounting.
GL accounting.
General ledger accounting. Okay, good. Document types here. If you go document types here, okay. So now I'm posting a customer invoice. What document number is trying to create? So what is the document type for customer invoice? Raj?
Yes, sir.
What is the document type for customer invoice? So it's very easy, right? ADMKS, you wrote yesterday.
DR.
Assets. Okay.
DR.
Correct. So DR, right? So this is the document type it's trying to create. Okay. So when I post this transaction, look at this. When I post this transaction, the system will automatically pick a number, this document type DR. How? It's a configuration. Whenever I post a customer invoice, okay,
Okay.
the system will take the document type DR because it's a customer invoice. And then this document type allows for all the customers, vendors, whatever, all the account types are allowed for the document type. Now the thing is, look at this guy here, the number 18 is missing. Okay. Now look at the connection here. When I'm trying to post a document, it has to create a document, right? It is not creating yet. When I click save, it will create a document, correct?
Yes.
When it creates a document, it will have a number, right?
Yeah.
And in order to create a document, system should know what document type it has to create, right? So SAP
Right.
has a lot of document types. So it has to know what document type it has to create. Now it's already configured that system is going to create a DR document type because it's a customer invoice. I told you yesterday, D for debtor, or is always for the customer invoice. DG for debit memo. DZ for customer payment.
Payment.
Correct? And
Right.
DA for general vendor payment, so customer document. Right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So here, look at this guy here. Now the system is trying to say, is telling us that the number 18 is missing. See, this is 18. The number 18 is assigned to the document type DR, which this damn transaction is trying to create. Now 18 is missing. How do you know 18 is missing? Now I'm going to click here. I will click here, number range information, company code ACE, display intervals. Okay. See, 18 is missing. Right? For 2019, 18 is missing. So number ranges are very important concept. So in the like I said, in the big companies, they post millions and millions and millions of documents. And each document is numbered. And how they numbered based on the document type, right? So the document type, the documents are numbered based on the document type. So by looking at the document number, I can tell what document type it is. Whether it's a customer invoice, vendor invoice, reversal posting, or good receipts posting, an invoice document, or credit memo, debit memo, I could tell easily. It as a document by just looking at the number. Okay. Now here, what happens was, for each document type, they assign a number range. Whenever I post this document type, it will get a number from that range. That's what it is, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
So this is the configuration. So these are the basic configuration, but it come a long way. Okay, it is very important. So if you look at this case, number 18 is missing. If I create 18, system will take a number from here. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, so I can go here and change it. I was displaying it. I'm going to click on the change. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an interval here. See here, insert line. Okay, I'm going to put 18, 2019. I will create a new number range, for example, 5 series range. I'll create a 5 0 0 0 0 1 9 9. Okay, enter. Now save. Click yes. So this is like beginning configuration in a company code configuration. Right? This which I think Manohar or somebody is going to teach you. Okay.
Okay.
Right? He will teach you. But however, this is the concept. So think about this. It's a common sense. It's not SAP. Okay. When you are working in a library, wherever you work, right? You get something, you number them, right? You put a number on this head. Everybody has a number. You have a driving license number, you have social security number, right? We have an EAD number. We all have a number. We all numbers, right?
Yes.
We all numbers. Now, what number we have to give it to you? Somebody has a asylum EAD, somebody has a family EAD, somebody has a GC EAD, somebody has a, right? They have different category, right? Now, by just looking at your number, I can tell whether this is driving license or EAD number, right? How do I say this? Because it's a number range. It's just common sense, right?
Yes.
So similarly, each document types are assigned a number range from where this document type will take a number.
So, sir, the number range is like a category?
It is not a category, number range.
Okay.
Let's not give a different meaning. It's called number range.
Okay.
Now so here's the number, I created 18. Okay. Now this is another exercise. I'm going to give you a lot of exercise today. Number range creation. Okay, so let's do this. So if you look at this guy here, right, what is NR status? So we created a number, we create a number range. Okay, now here's the thing. You cannot overlap this number. When you create a range, you cannot over this number. For example, I already saved it, right? Let's say I create another number range. Let's say 22, which is not here, 2019. Okay, let's say I create a number from here. See, enter interval without overlap. I cannot save this. See, I cannot save this. Why? Because this range, it's already inside, right? Within this range. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So it should not be overlapping. So in the actual configuration, when they do the company code configuration, document number ranges are very, very important. So we have to take all the document types and then work with the end user to define number range without overlapping. Otherwise, system will not take this into, you cannot do this. So you have to actually number them in a very decent, in a very good manner. Starting with 1, or starting with 2, starting with 3, starting with 4. All the important document types, you give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Sequences. And then, then you follow the asset document types, something like this. Okay, it is a lot of work. Number range itself will take a week to set up, maybe, if not a month. In actual configuration, number range itself, I know, with the company that is some other consulting project I did, it takes several weeks to finalize the number range for all the document types. So document types, there are like 70, 80 document types in SAP. Great, so I'm not saving this. Clear?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going back here. I want to ask you one thing. The very important thing is number and status, external and internal. Everybody can teach you this, but they don't tell the functionality or usage of it. Okay. Now, what is the number and status? So number and status basically tells you what is the number that's already used. From this series, from this document type, the number range 3 is already used. If I post the document, it will post number 4. Okay. This is the status, what number is currently available. Make sense? Any confusion? Number and status, right? So the system is going to post a document. Okay. If I post a vendor invoice, if I post a customer invoice, what document number I will get? Let's say I'm going to post this. What document number I will get?
Number 4.
7006, that one.
Why?
Document number, right?
So I'm going to post this, right? When I post this, what document number I will get? See, system is going to generate a document, correct?
Okay.
What document number I will get?
It's number 4 because the serial number.
Tell me the exact document numbers I will get when I post this.
As 2, sir, for the customer.
How? Did you throw the dice?
No, for the customer, see the series starts with the 2, right? Because for the liabilities, it's with the 1.
Who said that? Where did it come from? How are you getting this? Where did you get this from?
Because in the GL account creation, so we do right 1 series for the liabilities, 2 series for the assets, cash,
Dude,
3 series.
That's the account number, not the document number.
Why are you jumping ahead, man?
Okay. Sorry.
See, that is, I don't know what you created, where you created, right? That is different. I really don't know, right? Don't get confused.
Okay.
So my question is, again, think about this. What document type I will create? What document number I will get? What document number I'll get? It's very easy, right? Very easy. So the whole point we are doing this. Why?
The CR, the credit.
It will be the next serial number. It will be the next serial number.
Which number? Tell me the number. I want to know the number.
500001.
That is correct. Because, see, the whole thing is Raj.
Yes, sir.
Be here, man. Number range 18 is missing.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is number 18? We just put the number 18 here.
Yes.
We created the number 18 here. Okay, this is the range.
Yes.
This is the interval. This is the
Okay.
range. This is the interval. This is the range. This is the interval.
Okay.
What is this?
Range.
What is this?
And this interval.
What is this?
Range.
What is this?
Interval.
What is this?
Range.
What is this?
Interval.
And what is this?
Range.
And what is this?
Interval.
And what is this?
Interval.
Okay. So this is range and this is interval, right? So we created
Okay.
this interval. Now the document, when I post, this damn idiot will take a document number from here, right?
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so let's do this. Now the thing is, okay, let's come back here. So let's see, hit enter. See, now it went through. The error is gone, right?
Hmm.
Raj,
Yes, sir. So
why? How the error is gone? That was error message, right? What was the error message and how did we address this? How did we do this?
The error message was that we are missing the 18.
18 what?
Oh,
18 years old boy?
No.
Number range.
Okay.
And we created a number range
Mm-hmm.
and the document types.
Mm-hmm. So document type, it was already there. We didn't create.
Yeah, I mean, we gave the
Assigned.
number
Yes,
to- yeah.
assigned. What did we do? Assigned.
Yeah.
So now when I came back here, the error message is gone. You understand, Raj, or no? You're just
Can
chasing-
you tell me once again, please, sir?
Okay. Can somebody help him?
So Raj, where did you lose actually? You didn't understand the number
Good
range?
point.
No. From the error message, can you please explain me once again from
So-
the error message?
When we were creating the customer invoice, the system showed us the error that the number range 18 is missing.
Mm-hmm.
So we went back to document types to
Yes.
give number range 18. There, if we go back to that screen, there are, Jay, can you go back to that screen? So here we have number ranges of 1, 2, 5, 20, 21.
Yes.
And in the back screen where we were posting invoice, the error was the 18 was missing.
Missing.
18 number range. So we went back to the document types and gave number range. We assigned the number range 18 because it was showing us the error that number range we didn't create it while we are configuring.
So it's saying that number 18, the number range is missing, right? In the error.
Yes. So did you understand this posting period? Earlier, the date was not open. The September month was not open.
The posting date, yeah, because
You
Jay
understood
put
that,
the-
right?
yeah, Jay put the 6.
Yes. So what we do when we get that error, we usually go back to the posting periods and open the period. Right? When we see that error, we go back there into the configuration posting periods and we go and open the period. In the
Okay.
same manner, when we see that the number range 18 is missing, we went back to the document type and gave the number range 18 there.
Okay.
So now do you have question from where that 18 has come?
Because the 18 we edited, right? We put it that.
No, I mean in the invoice, this form, do you get that doubt from where this number 18 come? That can be number 10 or number 20.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Did you get that question doubt?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, even I have that doubt.
So I was,
So I think that's a serial number.
Why is specifically asking the 18 only instead of, sir? Because in that configuration table we have the 10 like 22.
Yes.
we
So
have
even I want to
22.
know that.
Not 22. Sorry, remaining, sir. Can you please go that, sir, the back one?
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
like
yes.
2021.
The 18, 20, 21. So why is specifically asking the 18 only?
So when we post a customer invoice, it is trying to create the document type DR, right?
Okay.
Right? If I post a customer credit memo, it will create document type DG. Correct? If I post a customer vendor payment, it will create a document type KZ. Right?
Okay.
So it's like a book. It's going, okay, a vendor invoices, take the book, let's write into the book. Old days accounting, right? So it's like that. So now vendor, there's a document type. Then there's a number of pages, right?
Yes.
Page number 1, page number 2, page number 3. That's like a document number. Okay. So when I'm trying to create a vendor customer invoice, it is trying to post to DR. Now 80 number range is assigned to DR. Okay. Now if I post a customer vendor payment, it will probably it will ask for 05. The number in 05 is missing if it's not available. Okay.
Oh, they have the unique separate number, sir. Vendor payment has a separate and the.
Correct.
So
Okay.
they are like global, right? I mean, they are constant everywhere.
Sir,
No, they're not constant.
if you do the F1, it will show here in the field.
Yeah, it will show the number range. The table number is NRIV. Yeah, T003, sorry. The number document type is T003. Number range table is NRIV. Is a configuration. T is a configuration table, right? T.
Yes. So the number range is nothing but it's like the credit memo or debit memo.
No. Number range is an interval, ma.
Okay.
Document type is the document type category. Document type. Type.
The document type, this number are both linked. So the number range 02 is a vendor document. Okay, it's like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when you post a document type, it creates a number range.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So this you can change. You know, we can put 22, you can put 23, whatever you want, you can change. This is changeable.
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah. All right. This is
it's not global.
Okay.
So now I posted this document here. Okay. Now I'm going to post this. Now the error message is gone. Now you got it, Raj?
Yes, sir.
So let me pick a GL account. So what GL account I should use here?
Invoice for customer invoice. You can clearing account. Clearing account.
So so let's say when you do a customer invoice, what is the accounting entry?
Customer sales. Creditors, debitors account.
See, no. So when
I don't know this accounting at all.
That's fine. I think you said the right. Sales.
Sales, okay.
Right. So you're making a sales, right, to the customer.
Yeah.
Put $1,000, our favorite number, header. The text field is mandatory. You know why the text is what is the error message now?
As an entry item
field.
Count 3,000.
So the text field, I know why.
It's required, so we have to put in the text field also the entries. So we have to put any narration.
Okay. But who made this? Who said it's mandatory? Jesus?
I know
No,
the answer. Raj, you want to try?
Let me. Because it's showing in the error message itself, an entry is required in item text field for an account. We have to make an entry, sir, text. So
that is related to configuration.
So we have to create the narration, right, sir? The 3 lakh, we have to create the GL account.
Correct. But who telling you to create narration? Why? Not everybody create narration, right? I don't have to.
No, because the error message is saying this.
An entry is required, right?
Yes.
But I don't. So where is this coming from? Who said this? Please,
from the configuration table, we have to go there.
Okay. So yesterday Uzair was
field status variant.
Field status variant.
We made text mandatory.
Correct. So we can do that here. Okay. So for this GL account, whenever you post to the GL account, listen. Whenever you post to the GL account,
Okay.
In 8, this text field is mandatory.
Okay.
Mandatory. What is called as?
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Okay.
What is means? Mandatory means it is essential. It is required field.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, then we can change it. How do you change? It's all in the configuration. So let me show you how to do this. Okay. These are production support issues. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to SPRO. I think I was writing SPRO. So before that, I should go look at the GL account master FS00. Okay, try to do the same thing. I know we are just going back and forth here and there, but so I'm going to go control data here, create bank interest. So this is G001 field status group. Write it down. G001 is a field status group. Okay.
Okay.
So double click here. If you just double click, okay, go to general data, text, see, required entry.
Required. Okay.
So now if I go to the configuration, I go to the field status variant, I can change it. Okay, I can change this to suppress or optional, it will go, the error message will go away. Okay, so basically what happens was, whenever you post in document, you post a lot of entries. See, if you go to the BCS table, there are 160 fields, right?
Yes, sir.
So you don't need all the 160 fields, right?
Yes.
So the user get confused. Oh man, look at this guy here. So this table, this entry itself, right? There are a lot of fields here. And I have to do this, they have to do this, they all will get confused.
Yes.
Sales order, profit center, partner, what they are, fund center, commitment items, right? Grant. I don't need grant, right? I don't need the grant management, anything. This is only for government companies. Cost object, network, quantity, personal type, material earmark, business process, rental and all this stuff. Okay, so we don't need, we can basically suppress them. So it will not show up here. Okay. That's a configuration called field status variant. So why they call it field status variant? These are fields. These are called fields, right?
Fields.
In a table, these are called fields. What do they call this? Fields. These are fields. Fields, right? These are fields.
Fields.
When you enter data, it's called fields. Now, the status of these fields are decided by the field status group. Whether you want to keep it optional or required or suppress. Suppress means it will not show. It will not show there whenever you post to the GL account.
Okay.
In the GL master, they maintain. It's very simple. When you post an entry, okay, for this GL account, I don't want, for example, I would not post this to cost center because it's not an expense, right? I would not post it to cost center because it's not an expense. So I would not do this, right? I don't have to post to cost center. Things like this. Okay. First time now. Who left? Who's that left? Interesting. Okay, I need 5 minutes, okay? Welcome
okay.
back.
Okay.
So you got the point, right?
Yes.
That's called field status variant. Okay. So let's start posting it now. So because it's having an error, I can go and fix it. Okay. So I'm going to fix it. Yes, PRO. I'm here. Go to global set. No. It should be document. I think document line items. Controls. Yeah, field status variant. Okay. 001. Field status groups. G001. General data. Not this one. So go back to this guy. The field status group is G001. Field status variant. Field status ACE. Okay. So ACE is a field status variant. JCE, ACE, this is the guy. field status group, G001, general data, required entry. I'm going to make this optional entry, save. It's a transport, customizing, right? When I do customizing, see, customization, go to the table T004V table, because it's a configuration. Now, I made the changes. Let's see if I hit enter now. It is still asking because the screen is not refreshed. If I go and come back here, okay, it still is showing an error because the table is locked. So if I go back to the, if I come back again, this error will go. For example, if I see here, now the error is gone, right? It is not showing an error now, right?
Yes.
So that's how I fix the field status group, the field status. I'm saving this. See, the document 5001 posted because it's coming from here.
So for that, you have to go to the SPRO, then the documents are document line, field status variant, then we have to go to the field status group, right?
Correct.
Then the general data. In that, we have to select the top.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if I go back to the document types, okay, different document types. So what document type we posted? DG. So DR, right? DR. So DR, number is 18. If I go here, the number in status will change, right? Look at this guy, number in status 5001. Because now this document number is already used. Because the document is already posted. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now what are we going to do is we are going to run a report. So now the documents is posted. One way to look at the document type is FB03, right? FB03. See, this is a document posted. Now I want to run a customer open item report. Okay, what are the total open item, which is like an aging report, right? For this customer. The transaction code is FBL51. See, customer line item display. So what's the document, what's the vendor number here? 7006, I think. Okay, let's check. Okay, open item as of today. As on today, what are the total outstanding items for the customer? I execute this report. When I execute this report, system will show me list being generated. It's saying there's only one line item. This is what we posted, right? $1,000. Correct?
Yes, sir.
I double click here. It will take me to the document line item. If I click the moon over the mountain, it will show me the document, total document I posted, the line items posted. And like I told you yesterday, this is the header. Okay, header will have all the details. And this is the line items.
Line items.
Now, what I want to do is, let's say if I, typically in the big companies, they want to see the customer line item report. Okay.
Okay.
So every day they want to see, okay, how much is due, how many customers have to pay and all this stuff. Okay, this is one of the report I'm going to run. Okay, so there's something, like I said here, there's something called background processing versus foreground processing. Okay, we just do this is called foreground processing. Foreground. Okay, which means the screen I see, it comes up in the foreground, the presentation server. Now, if I want to do in the background, I have to do execute in background. Okay. I do execute in background. So when I do execute in background, system will run this program in batches in the background, in the server. Okay. Output
Okay.
device LP01, this is a standard printer, it will not print. Okay. Print time SAP spool only. Okay. What is called spool? Spool is, anybody knows what is a spool?
No, sir.
Hmm?
No, sir.
Sorry.
What is the spool? So basically, this is the background print parameters, right? We are not printing it. Spool is something stored. The document, the print will be stored in a place. Okay, it will not
Okay.
print. When I want to print, I can go and look at it. If I'm okay with that, I can download it. If I want to print in a paper, I can print it. Okay, that's called print. Now say again, I do this again. I go back here, execute in background, click yes. Okay. Right, output device, I click yes. Then system will transfer the program into the background. Okay, now it's asking. Now I'm running this I'm running this report in the background. It is asking, when do you want to do this? When do you want to run this? Do you want to do it immediately, or you want to set up a time? You want to do it later, let's say at night. Why people, they don't want to do it daytime? Because system resources won't be available. Okay, they want to set the job in the background at night time, so the system process will be available. Not lot of people will be using the system, right? So the system resource will be available, so I can schedule this latest time. Now I'm doing immediate. Check, save. When I save this, a background job was scheduled for program RFIET MAR. Okay, RFIET MAR is a program. See here, RFMAR is a program. The transaction code is FBL5N, which is the command prompt, but the actual program is RFIET MAR. The transaction is just to call the report, call the program. Okay, but actual the job is done by the program. Okay. Now, how do you look at the job? Where do you go look at the job? I go and look at the job in SM37, transaction code SM37. When I go to SM37, it says simple job selection. So today, we are talking about today is a bad job, right?
Yes.
Bad job, simple job
Bad
selection.
job.
Yes, user one, which is me, and I click execute. System will show. See, RFIT MAR user one. The job is finished.
Okay.
Okay, now I select this. You look at this small icon here.
Yes, sir.
It shows spool because the print is stored in the spool. When I select this here, I click on the spool. When I click on the spool, system will show me
line items.
Number of pages. See, this is the pages is printed. So when I was doing it in the foreground, right, I saw the report. This is in the background. Why people run in the background? So that they can schedule the job to run at late night or anytime later, anytime next week, next month, anytime they can do it. Or they can set this to run every Monday or every day morning or every night, right? They can do this. System will run automatically and create a spool. Why they do this? Because so this will take long time to run. Sometime depending on the parameters, depending on the report parameters, system will take long time to run. So they don't want to be simply wasting and waiting, just wait and look at the screen, right? So they can schedule the bad job in the background. Once it's finished, they can go and look at it. But look at this time, this is the start date and it only ran for 2 seconds. Okay, you can look at the job log here. Job log will show you job started, step 001 started this program, one item display, job finished, which means the job is finished. It shows in a green color. Okay, this is called set any running a program in the background. This is very important. So lots of the jobs you have to run in the background. Okay, so why I'm telling you is because if you're running a job in the foreground, it takes longer time and you have to wait. It is better you run in the foreground, so in the background, then the report will be available anytime. You go to SM37, the report will be available. Okay, great. Now, how do we do this job? Let's say I want to set this up manually. Okay, so you can also set this job manually. Okay.
Okay.
So let's not I will do a different session how to set the job manually. But for now, what I want you to guys do it. Post a FB70 customer invoice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and run the job in the background. Okay, run the report FBL5 in the foreground and also in the background. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Now, great. So we are not done there yet. So this is